people are not fully aware of the symptoms of bipolar disorder. I've heard a few people joking around about how they're bipolar just because they become angry quickly. Uh, Being bipolar has more issues and behaviors than just becoming angry quickly. In this speech, I will discuss the behaviors associated with this disorder and explain firsthand what it's like to deal with someone that is diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Some behaviors include anger, depression, irritability, and extreme happiness. There are two main types of bipolar disorder. One is manic depressive. According to the medical encyclopedia, people with manic depressive disorder go back and forth between periods of very good or irritable moods and depression. Symptoms of the manic portion of bipolar disorder include lack of sleep, drug use, distracted easily, poor judgment, reckless behavior, increased energy and extremely high self-esteem, and hyperactivity. Some symptoms of the depressive portion include sadness, depression, loss of appetite, of energy, lots of sleeping, thoughts of death and suicide, and drifting away from family and friends. Even though people with bipolar disorder may seem extremely happy one day, the next day they could be very close to committing suicide. Sometimes symptoms overlap. Manic and depressive symptoms may occur together or quickly one after the other, in what is called a mixed state, claims the medical encyclopedia. People with bipolar disorder type 2 never experience a full manic episode. They experience the impulsiveness and high energy, and these episodes alternate with depression. Dealing with someone with bipolar disorder is difficult. I know firsthand how it feels to be around a loved one that is diagnosed with bipolar disorder. One minute y'all can be best of friends and feel like you're on top of the world, and the next minute you could feel like they want nothing to do with you, and you have no idea what you did to upset them. It causes a lot of stress for both individuals. The National Institute of Mental Health said you have to cope with the mood swings and sometimes other problems, such as drinking too much. Sometimes the stress can strain your relationships with other people. My mom was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2006. Her bipolar was so bad that she had to go on disability because she couldn't control her manic depressive moods. We all had to learn how to deal with her mood swings, which is very difficult because you have to learn the different triggers that set her moods off. You have to know how to react when she's in a certain mood, what you can and can't say around her. I asked her how she feels about having bipolar disorder and how does she feel like it affects her life and her family. And she said that it deeply upsets me and I feel like a huge burden on my family. I feel like I've failed my children and I wish I could have been diagnosed earlier so I could be a better parent and be there for my kids. Being bipolar is also has also caused a financial headache because I spend money when I know I shouldn't. Every day is a struggle. Dealing with bipolar disorder is extremely difficult for both the individual that's diagnosed and also the people that have to deal with them. It's very stressful to deal with it, and it takes time to learn the different triggers and uh, which mood that they're going to be in that day, and learning how to kind of figure out what you can and can't say around them at that time. There's many ways to deal with it, and there's very types of medications that'll help you cope with the symptoms. You just have to keep going to different doctors and therapists to get the right type of medications. It takes a few times before they can correctly diagnose you with the right amounts of medication. And that's it.